Imagine a very small and very cold prison cell. The floor is hard stone. The walls are thick and dark. A man lives in this tiny room for 27 years. He cannot see the green grass or the blue ocean. He cannot hold his children or kiss his dear wife. Most people would be full of white-hot anger and hate. But this man was different. He was full of quiet love. He walked out of prison to save a whole nation. This is the story of Nelson Mandela's long walk to freedom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to HistoriEnglish. Today we are learning English through a very powerful life. Nelson Mandela was a hero for South Africa and the world. His life was a long struggle against a very cruel system. In this video, you will hear a story of great courage. You will also learn important English words for your daily life. Please listen to my voice and follow every single word. Before we start, I have a small favor to ask you. If you like learning English with history, please subscribe now. Click the bell button so you never miss my new videos. Your support helps me to make more stories for you. Now let us go to a small village in Africa. Nelson Mandela was born in a tiny village in 1918. His father was a leader in their small local tribe. As a young boy, Nelson looked after the family cows. He played in the fields under the bright African sun. He was the first child in his family to go to school. On his first day, he wore his father's old trousers. His teacher gave him the English name Nelson. He was a very clever student and he loved to learn. He wanted to be a lawyer to help his poor people. When Nelson grew up, he saw a very sad thing. His country had a system called apartheid at that time. This meant that white and black people were kept apart. Black people could not vote for their own leaders. They could not live in the nice parts of the city. They had to carry a pass book everywhere they walked. If they forgot their book, the police would arrest them. Nelson felt a deep pain in his heart for his brothers. He said, "This is not fair. Everyone must be equal." Nelson joined a group to fight for their basic rights. He traveled to many places to talk to the people. He spoke about peace, love, and a bright new future. But the government did not like his loud, brave voice. They called him a dangerous man and a common criminal. Nelson had to hide in many secret places for months. He even wore different clothes so no one could find him. But in 1962, the police finally caught the brave leader. They sent him to a court for a very long trial. The judge sent Nelson to prison for his whole life. He went to Robben Island, a lonely place in the sea. His cell was so small he could not lie down easily. Every morning, he had to break heavy rocks in the sun. The dust hurt his eyes, and the work hurt his back. He was only allowed to write 2 letters every year. He waited for news of his family for many long months. His hair turned gray and his face became old and tired. But his mind was still free and his heart was strong. The whole world began to shout for Nelson's freedom.
People in London, New York, and Paris held big signs. Finally, in 1990, the government opened the prison gates. Nelson Mandela walked out with his hand in the air. He was 71 years old, but he was still a giant. The world watched him on their televisions with happy tears. Everyone thought he would want to fight his old enemies, but Nelson said, "We must forgive the people who hurt us." He sat down with his enemies to talk about peace. In 1994, something wonderful happened in South Africa. For the first time, Black people were allowed to vote. They stood in long lines to choose their new leader. Nelson Mandela became the first Black president of his country. He wore a bright smile and a shirt full of colors. He did not build walls. He built many strong bridges. He showed that a Black man and a white man can be friends. He became a father to his nation and a hero to us. Nelson Mandela died in 2013 at the age of 95, but his story is still alive in our hearts today. He teaches us that your past does not decide your future. You can be a prisoner today and a king tomorrow morning. It takes patience, hard work, and a heart full of love. If you are struggling with English, think about Nelson. He waited 27 years for his dream to come true. You can wait a few months to speak English perfectly. Never give up on yourself because you are very special. Thank you for watching this story on History English. I hope Leo's story and Nelson's story inspired you today. Please write one sentence about Nelson Mandela in English below. I will read every comment and help you with your grammar. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep growing every day. I will see you in the next heart-touching story. Goodbye.